Yo, this is Juwan and this is CYON. And this is an outlet for entrepreneurs to tell your story, to get in the know, to relieve your stress, to create your own narrative. Yo, this great your own narrative, man. CYON. We're here with the women's corner of the game room. We have Kaisha. How you doing?
Hi.
We got Danielle. How you doing?
What up?
So what we're gonna speak about? We're gonna speak about relationships from a women's corner. I see the women had a lot to say about the first podcast. How y'all feel about the first podcast?
Cap. I'm calling Cap.
Everybody cap. Whole podcast. Cap.
Everybody.
Well, I ain't even saying no names.
Okay, I just think the conversations
Just in general.
were cap.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can understand
Conversations were cap.
Or just the, because they make it seem as if things are that smooth when it's not. It's a cap. It's cap.
Agreed.
It's
That's
not like
very
that.
understandable. That's very understandable. So we just gave our input from our view, and we just want the women to give their input from their view.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So let's just get into it. How do y'all feel about relationships and loyalty? What's bigger to you, loyalty or love?
Why I can't have both?
What comes first?
Or, okay, because it's like men want loyalty so much, right? But niggas cheat all day. I don't get it. You want somebody to be so loyal to you, yet you ain't. How can you expect someone to be loyal to you when you ain't even loyal? Do you even know what it is to be loyal? Y'all loyal to y'all homeboys, but y'all not loyal to y'all girl. That just don't make any sense. So they keep saying, oh, I want somebody who loyal. How? Why? Why do you want that when you're not loyal?
I agree. I do agree. I'm going to talk about loyalty and relationship. Well, love and loyalty in general. I think, honestly, loyalty going to come before love. Because it's a lot of people that say they love you, but like a relationship, you love me, but you're not being loyal to me because you cheating on me, or if you're my friend, you're not being loyal, but you're supposed to love me. So I'm gonna take loyalty over love any day, cause loyalty, if you loyal to me, you loyal to me. It don't matter. Like, it's people that don't even love you and be loyal to you. People you don't even know and be loyal to you. You like starting a business. It's people that don't even know you and will support you before your own friends do. So I feel like I'm gonna take loyalty before I'm gonna take love, cause can't replace that. For sure.
Can't replace that. So y'all both on the aspect of loyalty is very important into a relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So loyalty plays a very big part into making a healthy relationship.
Yes. Because love is just a feeling. You could not like love that person the next day, but you're still loyal to them. You know, that's just you're not gonna always have that I love you feeling.
Right.
So you need something stronger than just the love. The love ain't gonna keep it together. What they say, what love got to do with it, right?
No, yeah.
Don't do that.
What love got to do with it? No, seriously, because love is honestly what I feel like. Love is what you make it. Because my love can be different from what your love is. Your love can be different from what my love is. So like, love is gonna always be different in everybody's eyes. But loyalty, you can't change the definition of loyalty. Loyalty is what loyalty is, and that's that. Love is gonna always be different depending on who it is, but loyalty definition is that's what it is. It's stuck. Can't change it.
There's one thing that was brought up in the last, men's corner.
Yeah.
When I could say loyalty was where stronger back then with our parents than it is now. How you feel about that?
For sure.
I agree.
I feel like nowadays people feel like it's always someone out to get them or something. Like, you can't. It's like so many people that you meet that they aren't genuine. Like, they always feel like somebody trying to get one up on them. And I'm just like, I don't get it, because it's like, you meet somebody and they automatically assume you're going to do them wrong. Like, and they try to like play you before you play them type thing. Like, why even have that mindset?
It's some type of nitpick. Like, our parents back then, like, they grew up together. Everybody grew up together. Everybody grew up, together, like, helping each other. Like, it didn't matter, like, you didn't see people back then like just, oh, they they got a hair business, they hating on my hair business, let me not do that. Like, that's the reason why we have so much of the same things, because back then they didn't care what the next person had. But nowadays, you can't even walk the street and just be like, oh, nah, that nigga looking at me, or she talking about me, or they like, I don't want to go over there because I don't like them people, or they hang around people who hang with people that I don't like. Okay, what's next? Like, that shit doesn't matter.
So back then, y'all feel like it was a more solid foundation than it is now. Now it's more a little separation.
I mean, now we have social media, so it's different. Social media changed a lot of people. Like, everybody, so back in the day, right, they ain't have social media. So your man could be cheating on you. He can have a whole other family, and it's not, noticeable. You can't see it. It ain't out there. People want to compare relationships. They want to say, oh, well, he just bought this for his girl. You ain't buy me nothing. Or, they seeing what each other doing.
Them letters took weeks to get to them.
People are trying to impress social media so much. It's crazy. Like, they are like literally doing everything, giving their last, trying to put on for social media as if they have it all and they don't.
Right.
So I mean, it's different. Back then they wasn't trying to put on for everyone to see. Now people trying to put on for that reason. For social media. It's different. Like, back in the day, things played out differently. Everything is different.
It is different. But also, like, I'm gonna say what I can say about the generation now, they talk too much. That's really what it is. They talk too much. Everything wants to be, like, you want to be heard so much to where, like, you're over talking. Like, nobody's listening nowadays. Like, everybody just want to talk. Everything's like talking. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. We put this on social media. They putting this, like, nothing's private. Everything's out there. And you can't make no moves without somebody knowing you made these moves. You got a new Benz. Let me go post my new Benz that I got. I mean, yes. Putting your accomplishments out there is great. Everybody should, want to be proud of their accomplishments. But it's to the point where people doing it to brag and be like, oh, y'all broke. Y'all doing this. Y'all doing that. No, man, people got other priorities. Like, people have other things. Like, everybody's life ain't going to be the same. Back then, they wasn't worrying about that. Because you know why? They always living the same life. Ain't none of them have no phones. Ain't none of them have social media. Ain't nobody have no designer. We was all, like, we was in the same boat. So it was just like, what am I finna talk about you for?
So, all right, since everybody spoke about social media, and I agree with y'all, how do you feel like social media has its benefits and its downfalls in relationships? Let's start with the benefits first.
What benefits does it have from social media?
Yes.
I think the only benefit would be so people know y'all in a relationship, maybe? Okay, I'm going to say the only benefit that social media has put for relationships is ideas. Yeah. As far as, like, when people post little date ideas and, like, little TikToks with, like, hey, these dates, these date ideas are, like, this vacation to go on, like, those are positive benefits that social media has put out. Because, I mean, it's people around the world doing stuff that you never knew about. Like, we in the same city, and there's a lot of stuff that people do in our own city, and we never know about it because we just don't take the time out to do it. So, in that aspect, social media has helped to make you aware of what you can do for your relationship or for your girl, your boy, to make, the relationship better. Now, them other...
Just keep it on the positive note. Go ahead, Danielle.
What does social media do for what benefits? I don't know. I feel like how am I trying to say this? Like, for example, are you only posting like I feel like, okay, my Instagram is for me, right? I'm posting what I want on my Instagram for me. Like, I'm not posting it just so that everybody, it's just what makes me happy. Like, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't see why it should be like what does it benefit, what does it not benefit? Like, it shouldn't even have to be that. If you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't even have to be that. It's just, that's my page. If I want to post you, I'm going to post you, but it's not like a given or like, oh, I have to do this because we're in a relationship, like.
So as a woman, if a woman say, if you're not posting me, you're not appreciating me.
It depends. Because if you're posting every single thing and then you're just missing that one thing, okay, what you got going on? But if you already don't post anything, you know, it's given that you probably might.
Depending on who the person is you're dating, like that would makes it like, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled personally myself with the whole social media and the relationship thing, because like I feel like if I'm dating somebody who's, you know, always posting and doing what they, you know, post about whatever they do, why can't you post me too? If I'm so big of, you know, if I'm important, if I'm this big part of your life, why can't you post me too? Like, why am I the only thing that's not being posted if you're, you know, posting everything else?
I got my hand up.
What's up?
So, okay, for instance, a man can post what they want to post, and a woman can post what they want to post. How's it vice versa? How do you think it feel if a man see you posting what you post, and as a woman you looking to see what your man posts? Is it important? Is it important to the relationship to understand that, for instance, as you as a woman, you're posting your man, me as a man, I'm posting my woman. What importance is that to a healthy relationship?
Reassurance.
You posting everything else? Why you posting everything else?
One step back. It's just reassurance. Like you reassuring, and then it goes both ways. Because at the end of the day, if I'm posting, because like me, I'm gonna post my friends a million times because I love my friends. Like I'm gonna post their accomplishments, post what they're doing, you know, whatever. And if I'm in a relationship and I'm just not posting my man at all, my man also has, you know, stuff that he's doing, but I'm not posting it, or I'm not posting him. And at the end of the day, I can only expect that he's going to feel like I'm not appreciating him as much as I appreciate my friends. Because that's what it looks like at the end of the day. And it's not about what it looks like to other people, but it's what it looks like to him. Mm-hmm. If it matters to him, then I should want to adjust that. Because that's the only person that I need to please. It's not about pleasing everybody else, because I don't care about them.
Right, Danielle.
I forgot the question.
The question is, how does it feel for a man and a woman? Say, is it required for a man and a woman to post themselves on social media, vice versa?
Is it required? I don't feel like, I mean, every relationship is different, and it goes back to the person that you're dating. I don't know if it's required, but if the person that you dating, again, posts every single thing but not you, why not? Or not even about posting, how are you interacting with other people on social media? Are you are you liking a bunch of ass shaking? Are you liking, you know, a whole bunch of crazy stuff?
Yes.
Or are you just, you know, chilling? Like, are you on there saying, you know, what a hoe's at? Or are you on there, you know, not doing much? But you have some people who, you know, post every single thing, and then when it comes down to a relationship, they on social media they're acting single. You know, if you're not gonna post, just be respectful. It's cool, you know. But do I want my man to post me? Yeah. Yeah.
You want your man to post you?
I do.
Make me feel
good.
Man.
Shit, I'm not ugly, so what you not posting me for? I don't get it. What's the point that you not?
So, say for instance, if I'm a man and I'm posting, would you feel offended by any post I make that's not into regards of our relationship?
No, because on social media, I post a lot of funny stuff. I post a lot of crazy stuff, but you know, well, I'm single, so I can do that. But it's just, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's just certain things, I guess, I feel like, you know, you shouldn't, again, to how you act on social media. Because it's just like, if you on there, but I mean, it's social media. It's not real. It's not real.
Like, I've struggled, me personally, I struggled with that too. Like, when I was in a relationship, I had a tendency of just posting whatever I wanted to post, you know, retweeting whatever I wanted to retweet and stuff like that, because I agreed with it. Not like it necessarily was happening right at this very moment, but I agreed with it. Like, I understood, or like, you know, whatever. So if I reposted it, that's not saying that that's what I'm going through right now, but that's what I probably went through then, or somebody else that I'm following might need to see that, you know, like, it's like,
or I could post, these niggas ain't shit. And then you laid up with my man. You know, it's social media. It's social media.
But like, even with stuff like that, you have to have a nigga that understands you.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a man that understands you. If you have a man that understands you and know how you are, he could be laying next to you and he gonna comment on your shit and be like, oh yeah?
Right.
And you gonna look at him and be like, so you wanna play? And like, come on, it's just a thing. Like, you just gotta know who you're dating. You really have to know how you're dating them and how what you do can or may not affect them.
So say this. Say if you're a woman and a man, wherever it is, say your man liking the pictures of another woman, how would you feel?
See?
What kind of picture is it?
See?
It don't matter what kind of picture it is. If your man like a picture with a woman in a bathing suit, or whatever account it is.
Do you feel like that's cheating?
Do you feel like that's cheating?
No, it's not cheating. That's social media. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's a picture. You can like a picture. You can like whatever picture you want. Now, if you liking this same bitch picture, I'm sorry, this same female picture.
We're going to burn that out.
And if you liking this same female picture, like, you know, like all 35 pictures in a row, what's the problem? You want her attention? Because at that point, you asking for her attention. Because that's the only reason why you make her likes boom like that.
All right, I can hit y'all with this. Y'all ready? Say for instance, if you put up a selfie, or you put up a that, what's your purpose? Is your purpose to get attention?
I'm posting it because of social media.
But you accept the social media for what it is. Correct?
Yeah, it's just social media. And that's what people need to realize. Social media is not real. It's not reality. It's just supposed to be somewhere where you can post yourself. Like, why you gotta take it that it's not that deep?
Yeah.
You like the picture. Okay, it's not that deep. If you just like the picture. But if you on there comment, ooh, you so beautiful, now we have an issue. But if you just tap the picture, what's Instagram for if you ain't on there liking nothing?
Because personally, if I go tap a picture too, is that okay?
Right.
So, like, if you tapping a picture and I wouldn't go tap a picture, I mean, my whole timeline ain't just gonna be full of females, and I don't expect your timeline to be full of just all your friends, like, or niggas. Like, I expect it to be mixed. So you gotta expect for me to tap a picture one here or there if you finna tap a picture one here or there. But don't comment a little too extra, cause
Don't comment at all.
that's a problem. It better be a sister, cousin, or auntie, mama.
Not sister, cousin, and auntie.
Mama, no, related, real
Grandma
related.
too?
She ain't got no Instagram, no Facebook. She better not. I don't know though. Social
So
media
say
is
if for all single women, how is a man supposed to approach you in the DM? 'Cause that's what it is now.
How is he supposed to approach?
How is he supposed to approach you in the DM
What do
to
you mean
get
by
your attention?
What do you mean by that's what it is now? That's a thing? Like, that's like a conversation now?
Come on, stop playing.
No, I'm being so serious. That's a conversation now?
So say for instance, the
Like-
most social network is Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat. It's easy for a man to reach you out on there and holler at you. So if you wanted a man to catch your attention outside of the other men who DM you, what's gonna catch your attention? Both of you.
I mean, if she gonna want to talk to you, she gonna talk to you,
I don't-
regardless of what
yeah.
approach you have. I mean, it's no technique to getting somebody. It's not that. Again, it's not that deep. If you want to write her, just write her. It's not that serious. Or if you want to comment under one of her, or like, okay, say I post a selfie on my Instagram story, right? You look beautiful. That could be a conversation starter right there. Or like, how are you? Like, but it shouldn't be that deep into how should you approach her.
But don't let the first thing you tell me is I want you to have my kids, because that's a no. That is not a thing.
That's a turn off.
It's not a thing.
That's a turn off.
Don't
Someone writing
have
you.
my kids.
Yeah. I can't wait to get you pregnant. You're not even going to touch me. I'll tell you that much.
Now we can't even talk. Because that means you out here trying to touch other people like this. What are you saying?
Like, that's not a turn. To me, that's not a turn on. A turn on is like, I want to make you my wife. Something like that. That's a turn on. I'm trying to be somebody's wife. I'm not trying to be somebody's baby mama. You trying to trap me?
Whoa. How you feel about that? I'm trying to be somebody's wife. That's all. Wait. What I can say is, outside of having a kid out of wedlock, which we all know is more common nowadays
For sure.
than other.
Yeah.
What's the purpose for time?
I mean, at the end of the day, I plan to be somebody's wife. I do. To be honest, back then, I didn't care about the whole marriage thing. Now getting a little older, like I do want to be married. I do want to be established. I do want to have a child, baby.
I've always wanted to be married.
Yeah,
I'm wife material. I'm not
see,
girlfriend, baby mama material. That's just not me.
And that, but see,
what you gotta say?
I feel like I'm that material, but I didn't grow up in that household. Like my household had everything to do with how I viewed and marriage and relationships. Like I didn't see stable relationships growing up, whether it was my household or the next one. Like that's not what I was surrounded around. So I didn't personally feel like I wanted to ever get married because I felt like all of that just didn't matter. That paper, it was a piece of paper and people lied, and that's what it was for me. So that's how I felt.
So saying, piggybacking off of what you said, understand a man's mindset. If a man never understood what a structured family is, how to be a man, how to be a husband, can you work with that man in that?
It's the difference between working with a man and building him just straight from the ground. Like, I can work with you if you're trying to work with yourself.
Yeah.
Now, if you just think that I'm finna sit here and give you the manual on how to be a man, I can't do that because I'm not a man. Like, I can only tell you the things that I want for me, and if you, to go on, we got to work together. I can't just tell you, hey, here's a manual of what a man should do, what a man need to be doing, because that ain't realistic in my eyes because I'm not a man. I'm just a woman who wants a man.
When you starting to learn somebody and, y'all start talking, start communicating, things like that come up. Like, do you see yourself being married?
Right.
That's a question. If that person off rip said, I don't want to be married, then I know that's not going to go nowhere. I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm not the type to be like, oh, I could change that. No, that's not me.
No, I mean, I agree, but I feel like if they're saying, like, I don't want to be married, it got to be a reason behind that. Like, why don't you want to be married? If they're willing to, like, let you in on, like, why they don't want to be married or what happened within their past, and that's different. But, like, just a man just saying, oh, yeah, I don't want to be married. I'm just going to be out here being single forever. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't have no hopes and dreams or nothing. Like, that's different. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm still going to ask you, why? Why don't you want to do that? What happened? Like, what's the problem? You got to tell me something. You ain't got nothing to tell me, then we ain't got no talking. Can't talk.
When do you know? And both of you they ain't on that. They are not on that.
Nah, I'm not.
One of them.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Sit here, find out why you. Okay, cool. You don't want. That's fine. I can find somebody else who do. It's fine. It's not that serious.
When do you know, in your mindset as a woman, when you with the right man?
When do you know? Just from what y'all go through, his actions, just from, like, I guess it depends on the individual, but for example, talking to a dude, just somebody who genuinely, wants to learn you, somebody who genuinely makes you happy, that's when when they going out their way to make you happy, oh yeah.
I can say if I'm genuinely, connected to you. Like, if I literally wake up and, I'm thinking about, okay, let me make sure he good. Good morning, you woke up, you good. Let me make sure he, straight. Make sure your day goes good. To where if I'm constantly thinking about you, in my mind, I already know, this is, but he has to be making me feel like,
that's
I
what
want to
saying.
be, I'm being appreciated and, we're in this together. Right. Other than that, no. If I'm just waking up and saying, oh, he texted me today,
you just know. I'm not forcing anything. That's what I'm saying. I'm not forcing anything. It's just gonna come naturally. If I feel like I have to force something, or we have to, I'm not. That's okay. Of course you have little things. When you get to learn somebody, it's little things that you learn about them that you tweak. Y'all learn each other. Y'all compromise, all of that. But if I have to actually force the connection, no,
definitely.
It's not hard to know if you like somebody or not.
A connection it's not gonna stand nothing. It doesn't hold up on nothing. If you don't have a connection, and there's no hope in the relationship, or there's no hope in even having a friendship.
Right, because they can be a great person. They can be a great person, but you're just not the great person for me.
And sometimes stuff like that happen. It happens a lot more commonly than actually just.
Yeah, you can meet a guy. He want to take you out. He want to do all of this, but it's just not there. You just don't have that connection.
So a question I have to ask you for y'all.
Can I wait?
Go ahead.
I'm standing in front of that AC, boy. It's hot.
Cut that part.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was the cameraman, y'all.
Yeah.
No beef. That boy just working.
You got that? You know the cut.
No, it's not.
Oh, you know the cut.
Nah, leave it alone. Leave it alone. We
He
good.
natural.
man.
He natural.
We good. iWorkMagicDaily.
Shut
We
up.
good.
Y'all take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. There you go.
What's the question?
So let's just get into pet peeves of a relationship. As a man, I feel like a pet peeve is women ask for consistency. Do women get the same consistency? And how do y'all feel about that? What's y'all biggest pet peeve in a relationship?
Not letting me know how you feel. It's things, people make things so much more complicated than what it really is. If you feel some type of way, just say that. Let me know. How am I supposed to know that you feel some type of way if you're not saying it? Just let me know.
That's not a pet peeve for me because
That's called.
they let me know all the time. I think my pet peeve is men do not know how to spread their time. They don't know how to do their time. Like they don't know how to make time for things that are supposed to matter, that they claim matter so much, but they do everything else. Like it's a time thing for me. That's really a pet peeve for me. Like they don't know how to make time.
They're going to make time for what they want to make time for.
And that's what I put that in my head, and that's the problem. I know men make time for what they want to make time for.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So if they're not making the time,
They don't care.
yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
We ain't going that far.
We ain't going that far.
Okay, this is what we said.
Okay.
But don't y'all think like sometimes men be like, you feel me, balancing a lot of stuff, like they don't know, like maybe they don't know how to manage, like help them out, you feel me?
Women balance things too. We have
Y'all know
kids.
how
My
to do it.
whole
Y'all know
thing
how to
say
do it,
that.
so-
Like,
It comes
So help
natural.
the men out.
It comes
Just
natural.
because it comes
But
natural
a
doesn't
woman
mean
is
nothing.
a woman is stronger than a man.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
more stronger
Yes.
than they are.
Amen.
So when we say carrying our babies, when we say picking them up from school, getting them dressed in the morning time, going to work, cooking dinner, all that stuff, they can't do it. You have some, it's rare,
It's rare.
but you have,
But if we need help, just help us manage our
it's
time.
help them.
Okay, if I tell you that I need you to manage your time.
No, don't just yell at us.
I don't.
Yeah.
Help us.
I won't yell at you,
Communication.
but I'm gonna
That goes back-
communicate.
that
I'm
goes
gonna
back to
communicate. I'm gonna communicate
Yeah.
my issue to you. But if you don't correct it, that's where my pet peeve come in. Because a lot of times men don't correct it.
So, question with the communication. A man can try to communicate as best way he can. I'm not
Okay.
saying he's right or wrong.
Mhm.
It's just understanding that that man might not be able to communicate in the way that you want it to.
And I agree.
But guess what? That means that goes
I
back
agree.
to, you gotta know your mate.
It starts with yourself. Like, for example, right? Talking to somebody, and we were having a conversation about abortions, right? So I said a statement, and I had to ask, like, because he said, he commented back, right? So I'm like, what did you hear me say? Because I do a lot of self-reflections. I do a lot of work on myself. And I like to, get into, people's mind. I really want I want everybody to be the best version of themselves. And I tell all, I want everybody to be the best version of themselves. And I feel like in order to do that, you have to be able to, learn how to express how you feel. I feel like, y'all had touched on that in the men's corner, with the little kids, when y'all had mentioned with the little boys. And I honestly feel like, that plays a major part in it because there's so many men who don't know how to express themselves. And I can't be with a guy who can't express himself. So it's like, okay, if you want to work on that, that's cool. So I watch a lot of YouTube, and I see a bunch of different couples. I see, how they communicate, and it was this one couple that I had really took from me working on myself. So every week they do a self-reflection kind of thing. They check in with each other every week. Where are you mentally? Where are you physically? Where are you financially? Like, you set those goals for that week. What do you feel like you lacked in this week? How can we make things better? Like, things like that. All of that plays a part into, being that for that person. Like, I just can't. It's so many other things. People be worried about relationships. They feel like the only thing that can make a relationship work is if somebody not cheating. There's so many other aspects to being in a relationship other than cheating. You know, it's so many other things. Like, you know, it's so much that goes into being in a relationship that if all you worried about is if you're fucking on somebody else, you worry about, you don't need to be in a relationship. Yeah, like you have to really, like, you know, I need to know my person where they are for real.
Do you love yourself? Because you angry.
Honestly, that
I can't be, and like you got
that,
people who say, oh,
self-love
be his peace because he fighting demons. I don't want to be with nobody who's fighting anything. I need you to
That's
be
self-love.
your best.
That's
Come on now, I need you to
self-love.
be your best person. I want to be my best person, and we just be great together.
Amen.
You know, I just need that. I need to know how you feeling. Like, you know, so I feel like people have to really like take a step back and actually learn, because you know, a lot of people don't know that there are other emotions than just being mad. Like, you know, people, like a lot of men, you do something small or whatever, and they just automatically mad. No, say what you feel. How you feel?
But you have to. Also you have to think that most men don't show their emotions to everybody. It's
That's
that
'cause
one
they was-
girl.
they're not-
It's that one girl. Like it's one person. That one girl that's gonna bring it out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be you, me. You know, but it's that one person, and it's gonna bring it out of them. But it's like, understand me. I'm trying to understand you. Do you understand yourself? That goes back to like self-love.
A lot of
Like,
people
do
need
you
to,
love yourself?
you
Like
gotta
let's
work on
learn how to
yourself
love
first.
you.
Yes.
Before we get in a relationship, love you first.
Yep.
Don't overlove me because that comes with
A
stupid
lot of
stuff.
stuff. If that foundation ain't as strong as, you know, what you want this relation to be like, then you don't have a relationship. You don't have nothing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no way for me to express myself to you and for you to understand what I'm saying if you don't even know me. Like, I might say what I want to say in an aggressive tone, but you have to understand that if we've already talked about what my weaknesses and whatever, like, I go through and what my struggles are, then you know that what I'm saying to you is not being said from a hurtful place. It's being said just like, that's how I am. Like, that's how it's taught. But step back and be like, hey, babe, like, I hear what you're saying, but can you say it in a different tone? Like, what, you know, like, out of the tone that you're coming at me in, like, it's a little bit
Back to
aggressive. Like,
communication.
you got to communicate that. Like, let me know that how I'm talking to you is not how you want me to talk to you. You feel me? Like,
It's true because you gotta change. When you in a relationship, you gotta change. Like how you want him to change for you, you gotta change for him too. That go with the way you speak to him, the way you talk to him, the way you handle him in front of people. Like that goes back to everything. Like how you want him to treat you, and you want him to change. You gotta do your changing on your behalf too for him.
And that's why I do a lot of self-reflection, because sometimes it's not even about what they doing. Sometimes it could be me, how I took it. Yeah, I do a lot of.
My relationship, we broke up for 9 months, and I promise you, it was like the things that he told me that I did. The things that he told me I did, I never knew. I just never knew about it. Never knew about it until he said it. But that means we don't pay attention to what we do, but we pay attention to what they do.
That part.
but everybody does.
Yeah, I always.
Go at this point. For everybody out there listening, communication is the biggest key for the jumpstart.
Amen.
But you can't
And loyalty.
just because, okay, but you got to break it down. Not just, you know, the whole communication thing. It's about like because you can express how you feel all day. It's about what they took in.
And we have to make that okay. We have to understand that it's okay to disagree, but disagree respectfully.
Yeah.
Don't just,
and it depends on what you're disagreeing on.
at some point, don't just disregard like what I said. Like, it don't matter.
Right.
Like, I can still hear you because your opinion is still gonna be your opinion. Like, I'm not gonna take that from you. But understand that I have a difference from what your opinion is, and if I don't agree, then like I don't agree, and it's okay if we just don't agree. It is what it is.
Well, ladies.
Yo!
Yo.
We appreciate y'all for coming on.
Y'all did that. I appreciate the women's
Go ahead, Juwan, take us home. Take us home.
We finna take it home. Fellas, step up. Ladies, step up. We all need to be able to communicate and express our feelings to
Hey,
each
hold
other.
on, wait. From Danielle, the word of the day, comprehension.
If you can't comprehend, you need to get your ass home.
If you can't comprehend, this gonna end.
Ooh, period. Okay.
I love it. So this is CYON. Create your own narrative, man. This the podcast. Shout out to Kaisha. Shout out to Danielle.
We got Alexis in the cut.
Lex is in the cut. Don't pull it up on y'all. Gave y'all free game.
She gonna show y'all who she is in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. But this is definitely, I appreciate y'all for coming out, sharing love, and sharing insight to men, women.
TR.